Signore e signori, gentilissimi ospiti, Sua Eminenza il Vescovo Pita Commensoli, Onorevole John Sidotti, MP Member for Drummoyne, il direttore della Syndey Fish Market, Brian Skipper, benvenuti alla benedizione dei peschereggi, anche quest'anno tutti presenti alla cerimonia della benedizione dei nostri peschereggi. La consuetudine del rito che si rinnova oggi, antica quanto i nostri padri e nello stesso tempo moderna come le nostre imbarcazioni, che infondono sicurezza, ci permettono di lavorare e di sostenere con onestà e dignità le nostre famiglie. In questo mare lontano dalla nostra amata Italia ci rispecchiamo e ripercorriamo i riti antichi del nostro popolo calabrese e bagnarese, che sono il legame storico e religioso che la tradizione vuole che si rinnovi sempre. I riflessi della Costa Viola della nostra infanzia oggi hanno qualcosa in più di farci ammirare in questo mare australiano, con i sacrifici e la volontà di tutti noi. Oggi nei nostri cuori si riflette l'immagine della nuova statua della Madonna di Portosalvo, che grazie alla sensibilità di tutti noi emigrati abbiamo costruito e consacrato nei mesi scorsi. Che questa nuova icona cristiana, simbolo dei pescatori, dia energia, forza e prosperità alla nostra comunità e ci accompagni verso un cammino sereno e di progresso per le nostre famiglie, che la sua luce possa donare serenità e dialogo fra tutte le comunità che in questa terra conviviamo, che possa essere guidarci verso il bene e proteggerci dagli insidie delle onde. La nostra comunità, che da ormai diverse generazioni si è insediata e allargata, sente la necessità di dare contributi notevoli alla vita di questo nuovo continente, che è la nostra casa e la casa dei nostri figli. Quella che noi uomini e donne di una certa esperienza possiamo dare affinché si rafforzi maggiormente il legame tra noi e le nuove generazioni. Sono la nostra cultura e le nostre tradizioni affinché affondino definitivamente nel tessuto sociale della grande Australia. In questo giorno molto importante per noi ci tornano in mente le storie dei nostri padri, un ricordo speciale per tutti loro, i nostri antenati, che affrontavano il mare senza timore e senza paura, spesso annegando per un pezzo di pane. A tutti loro e al loro ricordo per i sacrifici fatti vada questa benedizione, come per le nuove generazioni che ormai pescano con mezzi e strumenti che permettono molta più sicurezza. Simbolicamente la benedizione va anche ai peschereggi di Bagnara e a tutti i pescatori della Costa Viola, che questo sia un giorno di festa e di riflessione per tutti noi, che la nostra Madonna di Portosalvo ci accompagni per sempre. Voglio anticipare che per ottenere un buon risultato come questo devo dire grazie alla Syndey Fish Market, tutti coloro che si sono impegnati a questa iniziativa, dandoci la possibilità di ritrovare le nostre origini, correttezza e professionalità dimostrata da voi della Syndey Fish Market. Quindi vogliate gradire le mie congratulazioni. Un grazie speciale al Commodore Paul Bagnato, tutti i nostri sponsor, tutti voi pescatori, partecipanti e il mio comitato dell'Associazione Bagnara Calabra. La Madonna di Portosalvo benedice a tutti voi e alle nostre famiglie. Mi auguro che tutto quanto organizzato risulti di vostro gradimento e che questa festa, grazie alla vostra cortese presenza e collaborazione, possa fare parte ogni anno degli appuntamenti più importanti della nostra comunità, ritrovandoci ancora insieme tra di voi e le nostre antiche tradizioni. Se lodato Gesù Cristo! Thank you.
And that was our president from the Banyara Society.
God
morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, distinguished guests, His Excellence Bishop Peter Comensole and Honourable John Sidotti, MP, Member for Drummoyne. On behalf of the Association Bagnata Calabra, it is my pleasure and privilege to extend to you all a very warm welcome to the 2012 Blessing of the Fleet. Not so long ago, on a faithful day back in the 1700s, a Roman priest, Father Vincenzo Palumbo, found himself and his ship crew sailing in the heart of a violent storm. In desperation, Father Palumbo prayed to the Madonna for a miracle of a safe journey home. In return, he pledged to build a church in her name. Needless to say, a miracle was granted, and true to his word, the priest purchased land and built the church, complete with the ship bell from the vessel the Madonna is said to have protected. Today, as in years past, the Blessing of the Fleet honours and celebrates this special event, steep in Calabrian and Bagnerese tradition and in the hearts and souls of many. We reflect on the lives and memories of our seafaring ancestors, many whose life at sea was fraught with danger and sacrifice, and call upon our patron saint, Santa Maria of Portosalvo, to radiate her energy, strength and prosperity and bless all fishermen and their vessels with a bountiful season and a safe journey home. We take great pride in instilling our traditions and culture with the hope of becoming entrenched in the social fabric of this great country for generations to come. But we do not do this alone. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Syndey Fish Market for their incredible support, respect, generosity and professionalism shown in working with us to make today possible. To Brian Skepper and your team and Commodore Paul Bagnato, thank you and congratulations. I would like to also extend our sincere gratitude to our sponsors. Without your support, events such as this would not be possible. A.O. Hair Funeral Directors, Musumeci Seafoods, Better Choice Fisheries, Claudio Seafood, Trans-Tasman Fisheries, Nicholas Seafoods, Poulos Brothers Seafoods and Doyle's Restaurants. On a personal note, I would also like to congratulate and thank the President of the Association Bagnata Calabra, my dad, Salvatore Bagnato, for making not only your dream, but the dream of many a reality. May today be a day of celebration and enjoyed by all. May the Madonna of Portosalvo accompany us forever. Thank you and enjoy.
Basically, what that was all about, and I'll tell you in one sentence, that was a thank you to all of you for being here to celebrate the renewing of the vows to the Madonna for a safe fishing and also safety for all their families and for a successful fishing season for the whole year. So that was it in about one line. But the Italians, you know, they like to express themselves a little bit more. Now, to go even further, talking about the spiritual side of things, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome on stage here His Excellence Bishop Peter Comensole for a prayer ceremony and to discuss the spiritual side of things for today's ceremony. Please put your hands together.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great delight to be here. And I just want to say two things and offer a single prayer. The two things I would like to say, firstly, is what happened out there when I was blessing the boats. And the second thing is why we do it. What happened was that we took the Madonna onto the boats. The boats went out for a little sojourn, if you like, underneath the bridge and over to the bays and back. And the opportunity was there to bless the boats and bless those who work within them and bless the families associated with them. So that's what we did. But why do it? Well, all of us can come here to the various shops in the market and buy our fish and so on and eat it, and it's all there ready for us. We might have to take it home and give it a cook, and that's about it. But think about all the work that goes into getting the fish to the market in the first place. And think of the dangers that people are put under by going out in their boats in all sorts of weather, in all sorts of conditions, yet they do this not only to be able to provide for their own families by selling their produce, but to provide for us. So it's important that we acknowledge what they do on our behalf and to acknowledge the dangers that they go into to do that. And connected to that is all the families. So we've got our fishermen on their boats, but we've got all their families at home as well. And so all the difficulties and challenges of having husbands and friends and so on going off and coming back in. So we acknowledge all the families as well today. So that was the purpose. That's the reason why we bless the boats, to keep them safe, to ask the Lord's protection upon them, and to also acknowledge the gifts that they provide for us.
We have a gentleman here. We call him the Commodore, but more importantly, we want him to bring him here on stage and also to represent and speak on behalf of the local fishermen here and the people that are running and fishing for our fish that we're actually eating here today. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Commodore Paul Bagnato.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you have a lovely day today. On behalf of myself and the Syndey Fishing Fleet, we welcome you. Just a couple of thank yous. People have done a hell of a lot to make this day happen the way it's going to happen, hopefully, and it will be a good day. I'd like to first of all thank Syndey Fish Market for their support, and people that don't know, they do support the fishermen 100%. They do a lot of things behind the scenes that people don't know of, just to make sure that we're still fishing and they can provide the fresh seafood that you enjoy today. Also, I'd like to thank Processione di Bagnara Calabria for what they've also put together here, coordination with Syndey Fish Market. I'd like to thank them and Sam Bagnato and their committee. They did one hell of a job. Also, I'm very happy and proud to be blessed. I'd like to thank the Bishop. Thank you very much. We have an honourable guest. Thank you for coming. And we have a lot of well, I always say special. I reckon for me, everybody's special because, you know, in our own way, we're all very special people. I'd like to thank the Water Police for the escort, Sydney Ports, Roads and Maritime, and I just wish the Madonna, they blessed us to go and catch some fish and to put on the people's tables. I just like to also just mention one thing. We do have a sustainable fishery, and don't feel guilty when you go buy a fish. All as I say, go buy a fish, eat it, support Australian New South Wales fishermen. Thank you very much, because the only thing that's not going to be sustainable years to come is fishermen. And that is something very frightening because, you know, it's Australian people that are going to miss out. As I said, we have a sustainable fishery. You know, if you feel like, you know, whacking a fish on the barbie, by all means do so, because it's Australian caught and it's good for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the Honourable John Sidoti, our local member for Drummoyne. Come on.
Thank you, Nick. Look, it's a great honour to be here today, Your Eminence. Great to have you here in Sydney. We call it God's country, this part of the territory over here. And, of course, to all the sponsors, but in particular to Sam and his hard-working committee. Can I also pay tribute on this day, Remembrance Day? You know, you just look around here today on a Sunday, and we owe it to those people 94 years ago that fought for this country to give us all the lifestyle we now enjoy. It's fantastic. And can I also say that this is a religious day also, and the Bagnara Calabria Association should be commended on such a wonderful event to continue these cultural traditions here in this great historic market is just unbelievable. And I'll be taking back your kind wishes, Sam, to the Premier in the hope that the New South Wales Government can support an event like this in the future. Because I think it's our role, it's all our role here, that we continue these traditions. And this is just one of many associations, one of many events that are carried out throughout Sydney. And it's a great region, the Bagnara region in Calabria, which I'm hoping to visit next year. And can I say we have a very rich community, particularly from down south in Calabria, that are continuing in the fine footsteps of their forefathers. So on that note, can I all wish you a fantastic day and say what a great honour it is to be here, and let's hope that we can continue these wonderful traditions, not just, of course, for the Italian community, but the community at large here in New South Wales. Thank you. Buongiorno.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was all the people that are supporting us. But you know something? We can't have it here without most probably one of the most important